Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time to continue the voice LP for Phoenix Wright 3, Trials and Tribulations. Longest name ever. And I'm holding a 360 controller for some reason. Hold on, put this down. Alright, yeah, okay, so April 11th, 11:52 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Beep. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. How does this work? Phoenix is a art student, right? How does he become a lawyer? How? Okay, yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh? But I'm not. Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dollie, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why. You mean Maya? You mean Maya, despite you not knowing who she is yet, Phoenix. You mean her, right? The love of your life. Huh. Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dollie and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. What? Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, so he's double majoring? One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dollie. What? It certainly is a little bottle, all right. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. What? Dahlia's present borrowed from Phoenix Wright. Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What? What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. I'm guessing it's evidence in a murder trial? By the way, Mr. Wright. The day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago. It wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? It has to do with Mia? Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courtroom house. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some relationship between these two cases. Am I correct? Newspaper clipping added to the court record. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grosberg. I need to finish this myself. Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look at the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We'd better get up going. Moving. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Oh my god, we stopped right before the to be continued? Oops! Save. My bad. I did not realize there was going to be a to be continued moment. April 11th, 12:13 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 2. No Grausberg now. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. Oh crap, chick voice, need a chick voice. Well, isn't she sweet and innocent looking? Holy crap, butterflies! What? Ah! What's with this stiff silence? What? Okay. Alright. Here we go. In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. Oh my god, Judge! Oh my god! I can't believe he actually said that. Now then, witness, could you please state your full name? Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size. And I will bash them with my gavel. I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Look at Mia. Look at Mia. Knowing Mia, you don't want to be on her bad side. You want to be on Mia's good side. All the time. Okay, here we go. I had to come up with the sweetest voice I have. I don't have one. Thank you for calming my nerves. You are all so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all. It was nothing. If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. This might be too soft for the freaking mic. I gotta put it closer to me. I'm a junior in literature in Ivy University. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here, in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the I wasn't expecting that line. Really? Oh my god. Oh god, this game's like what, 2006, right? Oh my god. 2004. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That's an old reference, I know. Sir? Is there something I can help you with? We'll just go on and say whatever is on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Beanie wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes. I can see why you'd say that. She's going to be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. You just said Phoenix didn't do it, so we're good, right? We're done. We're done, right? Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. I gotta do this voice for all of this. Alright, what I witnessed. I had been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeny and Doogie, they were talking behind the building. I get way closer to this mic. Then suddenly, Doogie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities. They went to lunch though! So when did you do that?
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Ah! Young lady! As old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I never would. I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. Teehee, you haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey. Yep, this is from her case from before. What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey. Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly. What I witnessed. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Press her good and hard. Here we go. Press. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeny, I mean Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry.
Oh, how wonderful! It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? Doing a soft, slow voice is a bad idea, isn't it? So who is this Doogie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were Doogie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? Why is she crying? Why is she crying? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. That's right, Miss Fey.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Oh, they're mean. Why am I being demonized here?
Please go on. What did you see next?
Considering how soon Mia dies, like, she becomes quite a very strong law lady before she goes out pretty quickly. Have I lost the ability to English? Press. Press are good. Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Doogie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge is going to get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony now? Show contradiction, we know what it is. Phoenix tried to be Honda the dude. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Miss Fay, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting. But please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did in fact push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole thing. The whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Remind me, if I'm going to keep doing a voice like this, to just make an ASMR video. Oh my god. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Doogie. You didn't see it? You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Doogie fell to the ground. And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow? Yes. That's right. Alright, next press. So then, what did it look like when, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break! That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
Jesus. What? No explanation why I'm so tired right now. When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Oh, are they? Please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow, they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on. Press for more details. But how could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure what they knew, what had happened. It's just, they all seemed kind of excited about something. It doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about the students. So did the students call the police? Yes. I was just so I was so panicked.
Yes. Well, anyone would have been, my dear.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie, and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one. Okay, let's see. Okay. What info do I have? Court record. I mean, present. Phoenix's testimony. Small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it to everyone. Article from 8/28, almost 8 months ago. Touch the check. Motorcycle. Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time, as the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Is it possible that Phoenix's bottle is poison, and he's been holding on to it this whole time, and she's never been able to get it away from him? Is that the possibility? I might be too dumb. I'm not sure where to go here. Alright, repush. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeny, I mean Mr. Okay, that part's before. Okay, we got all this before. Okay, so next one. Just gonna press everything again because I'm not sure. Nothing new there. Alright, okay, nothing new there. I might be too dumb at the moment. We'll just keep going. Oh, there it is. I didn't hear any noise either. Here we go. Why did you bring that up? There it is. You say you didn't hear any noise? Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. Well, there it is! Hair toss. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a snap. He heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that. Was she not in the audience to hear Phoenix's testimony? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer?
But by all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up. But it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. The sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all. Wait a sec, Mia, the testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning! Very, very frightening. Your Honor. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, right? Correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh!
Ah! Huh?
I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt. Her voice is influencing my Mia voice on accident.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually an accidental?
Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty on the— damn it! I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at the location. What? What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their lab that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All the equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because? Precisely! They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly! In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. Okay.
However, there's one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Fay. Do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
I'm gonna say Dollie, but let's try Umbrella first. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Well, Your Honor.
I believe that the only thing that was snapped is the mind of the defense.
That was one of the best. That was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor. Ouch, that was harsh. Please, Your Honor, give me one more chance.
Well then, let's hear it.
Okay, so let's just put Dahlia. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Well, yeah, balls. Okay, dog touched it! Balls. Okay, meh. What? Oh, okay. Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Just the thud of the guy falling broke it? That's a pretty strong Honda push. Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was the very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. But there's a problem. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. Oh, okay. He hit the pole too? It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. Ah! In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Uh-oh.
Order! Order in the court!
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. It doesn't seem to be any
Ah, whoa, that was quick. What I was reading. Mr. Judge, sir. May I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What?
What the? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Okay. Of course, it's alright. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. What I witnessed, part 2. The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. What? The first time was into this electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Doogie tried his best to run away from him. Then Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Doogie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. Why did he chase him down?
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
What I witnessed, part 2. Press her good. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Doogie. I know. I'm sorry, I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge.
Yes?
Would you please forgive little old me? Of course he won't! What you did is called perjury!
Oh, come now. It was just a little old white lie. Well, forget it this time. But please be more careful from now on, alright?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all.
The judge had better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. Here we go. You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole? I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad. Have we ever seen an angry phoenix? I don't think we have.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched this scene unfold? What? Miss Fay, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness! I wasn't happy. I was just so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for both of them. And that they would give each the fight their all.
That's very sweet of you to be so supportive.
And what happened after that? That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of his leather jacket? No, there weren't. Madam Fay, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? Huh? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Ugh. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. That's understandable, so we're gonna catch her on time.
Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
I don't figure out the contradiction here. It's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie. Well, this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia. It's time. In less than a minute, so let's see here. Maybe this'll work? Yeah, it works, okay. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? I'll use that one. Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay?
Motherfudger! My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m., yeah! Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during the 10-minute interval? Huh? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Order! Order in the court!
Objection! This is nonsense! They're a murderer! Even you can't deny that time between the cable breaking and electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? Hair flip. There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer? Interesting music change.
Miss Fay, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fay. Now then, Miss Fay, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
Just make it Doug himself. It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How can you? The defense is grasping at straws! 10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order! Order! Miss Fay! Why? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Ah! What the hell? How can you say something so mean, Madame Fay? I didn't do anything.
Miss Fay, this is a very serious charge.
Oh, Phoenix! What? Did he push his girl out of the way? Your Honor, but please, I have something I want to say.
But you, what is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Fay. Dollie, she couldn't do something like that. Oh, young Rev.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Pistol whip him if you must.
Ah! Leave my Dollie alone! Sigh. That boy. Oh, it's him! Okay, I was gonna say. He's the hidden voice.
He's gotten himself in way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Gosberg. You're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Police report added to the court record. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You'd better take a good look at it. It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Oh! Oh! More details! More details! Her boyfriend got poisoned? Her man? Mia had a man that wasn't Phoenix? Okay, let's see here. Newspaper, check. A lawyer was killed, okay. Reporting the incident 8 months ago, touch check, okay. District Courthouse Cafeteria, date time, August 27th, 4 PM, victim Diego Armando. Oh, wow, okay. Age 28, occupation lawyer. Suspect Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Details. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. We know how. We know damn how. All right.
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor, May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. Sniffle. I can't. Okay, I can do it. There you go. Go right on ahead. Madame Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my dear sweet Doogie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you that you should let me handle this. Weep. Sniff again. Sorry, but please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
Oh, I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer that lies somewhere in this police report, it must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally met. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? About what?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? Objection! The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, then I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well then, the court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. You ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne?